You know, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in entertainment, reality TV, sports, entrepreneurship, and so much more. And Big Brother, of course, as we've had a lot of Big Brother guests on with us. Nick Durst here, along with Joe Calabrese. And Joe, and we're very excited for our guest today. She lives in Nashville. You had a great time down in Nashville last summer. So I want to let everybody know who we have with us on this episode.
Yeah, we have somebody who was on Big Brother 25. Unfortunately, she didn't last too long in the house, but she did win a HOH, so she went out in style. We welcome Reilly Smedley to the program. Reilly, my first question to you is, now I know you're probably biased based on where you work and everything like that, but give me some of your places down in Nashville, your favorite places on Broadway.
Oh man, you gotta go to Whiskey Row, Dirk Bentley's Whiskey Row.
Right.
Jason Aldean's is a good time. Honky
Those are my top two, so we're good.
Hell yeah. Yeah, those. I mean, just stay right on Broadway. Any place will do the job. So.
So, what was the audition process like for Big Brother?
It was really cool. It was pretty long, and it was really cool to meet everybody, and it's awesome and a cool feeling because I'm such a super fan of the show that I even had the opportunity to do it and audition and make it. So it was awesome.
Are you wearing a Boston Red Sox shirt?
Of course I am.
Yeah. How about Joe? Joe's a big Yankee fan.
No. All right, it's time to wrap this up.
Reilly, you grew up in New England, right?
Huh?
You grew up in New England?
Yep, I grew up in New England. I grew up in Maine.
Okay, so how'd you end up transitioning to Nashville?
It's like night and day. I am from a really small town where there's probably more animals than people. A lot of old people and babies and ice cream and the ocean and very safe and quiet. And I moved right to the middle of Nashville, Tennessee, and it's just absolutely crazy. So, but I'm adjusting. It's good to see like both ends of the spectrum, you know?
For sure. So speaking of adjusting, you get thrown into the house with little to no preparation. How did you get your wardrobe picked out beforehand? How many outfits did you have that you didn't get to see? And for you, what was the biggest surprise about being in the house and being on the show that you didn't realize was going to happen to you?
I mean, the wardrobe was an issue. I think I wore the same sweatshirt every day. I actually struggled packing. I'm an overpacker and we only get one suitcase. So I was like jumping on my suitcase, trying to zip it shut. There were a lot of outfits that never even made it into the suitcase. So definitely a lot of casual wear when it comes to that. But what shocked me the most, honestly, it was really cold in there. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting I was expecting the cameras, but it was funny to like see them in person. And honestly, just the whole cast surprised me in such a good way. Everyone is so cool. We're all completely different people, all put together, one big melting pot. It was just really cool. It wasn't what I expected. I don't know if I had expectations, but it was not what I expected.
So like I mentioned, you came out competing incredibly hard, very fast. You won an early HOH, and then all of a sudden you were evicted from the house. Do you have any regrets about your gameplay strategy or anything like that?
You know, it's funny. I actually went into it not even wanting the first HOH. I went into it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit there. I'm going to lay back. I'm going to work on my social game and let someone else rip the Band-Aid off. And then I saw the balance beam and I'm so damn competitive that I couldn't help myself. I had to run across the thing. But regrets? Yeah, I definitely have a couple of regrets. I mean, you know, I think, first of all, everything happens for a reason. There's a reason I'm not there anymore, whatever, that's fine. But, you know, if I could go back, maybe not try so hard for the first HOH, maybe take my own advice and like kind of lay low. And maybe not be so trusting in the beginning and be so like hell bent on having week 4 planned out when I'm not even halfway through the first week, you know? So definitely a very trusting girl. I'm also really bad at lying, so I knew that was going to be a problem for me going in. When Heisem, you know, called me out on saying his name, I definitely froze and didn't lie, and I probably should have. But yeah, just, you know, a couple things here and there. I could have handled it a little bit better, but I mean, I'm happy with the experience overall for sure.
Yeah, and you could have really impacted the game if you did just left Jared on the block. So you say he owes everything to you. If he goes further, we'll say you, of course, were in a showmance, but the big storyline of the showmance has become Corey becoming America's sweetheart. Did you see that coming?
I did not see that coming at all. It's so funny watching them, but they're so great. I mean, if there's two people who are gonna showmance it up at this point, it's gonna be those two. They're both like little and smart and funny and super fans, and they're really cute together. I wonder what it's gonna look like after the show, but I mean, in the house right now, I think it's funny. They make me chuckle. They're funny.
We're rooting for them. They're very funny. Tell us about the first time you were recognized outside of the house for being on the show.
Honestly, it happened right when I got to the airport.
Oh.
When I was flying home, I was at the kiosk. I was trying to check my bags, and I'm just horrible at technology. And I also hadn't been around technology in about a month. So I got there and I was trying to figure out my bag tags. And then someone who was working for the airline I flew on at LAX, she came over. She was like, I just watched you get evicted off the show last night on Big Brother. Like, yeah, you sure did. Thanks for reminding me. She was really sweet. She helped me with my bags, and then she also asked for a picture, but she was super nice. But that was so weird for me. I was like, wait, people really did watch me on TV. That's super strange.
Yeah. What was it like the first time you put your phone on and you opened up Instagram?
Well, honestly, when I got my phone handed back to me, I didn't even touch it for it felt like 2 hours. Like I just didn't even want it. And then when I was holding it, it felt like really heavy and weird and red. Like it felt like a foreign object almost. But when I opened my phone, I mean, it was definitely pretty full of messages and Instagram and stuff like that, which, that's crazy. And I was only there for 2 weeks. Imagine these guys coming out after 100 days. Their phones are going to light on fire. It's going to be crazy. It was really weird, though.
Absolutely. So could there potentially be more reality TV in your future? Would you open to that? The challenge or something along those lines? Yeah.
Hell yeah. I would love that. Sign me up. I'm so ready to get back out there. It's killing me not to be in there. I'm crazy. I keep watching the feeds. I'm just mentally in the house still. I want to compete. I feel like my story is unfinished. So I definitely want to try again for sure. Whatever show that might be, that'd be fun.
So this is the debate Joe and I always have, is that if you go on the show, I think you got to either play it one or two ways, which is, you got to play it for the long run to try to win. Or if in your case, if you come out and you win the first HOH, well, you made the impact there. For me personally, I'd rather, if I'm not going to be there to the end, I want to go out early. I don't want to sit there for 10 weeks and then not even be in the jury and then have to wait till the end. So would you, if knowing, let's say you knew you weren't going to win, right? And would you be wanting to stay for the 6 weeks? And then how would you want to play that out? Or would you like the way you did it? Like you said, no regrets, came out, you won the balance competition right away.
I don't know. I think that I'm kind of in between the two because, me I'm a competitor. So I don't regret winning the first HOH. I regret what happened during the HOH. I'm happy I won it. I think that's an accomplishment. I think it's really cool. I went into it not wanting to be a floater at all. Because I just think, you work so hard to get on that show, you're in that house, like, do not float. Like, that's not the way to go about it. But if I knew I wasn't going to win, I'm very much like an emotional, like I made such great bonds in there with people. And even if I wasn't going to win, I would have still loved to spend the time with them. And Ben, even if I only made jury, like, that's fine. Like, I would have loved to spend time with them and finish out the season with them because you just get so close. And that's what I'm lacking right. It feels like a bad breakup. I'm like, I miss everyone so much, even though, it didn't end well. I can't wait to see them. So I think I'm in between. I definitely, even if I didn't win, I would want to be there as long as possible.
All right. Fair enough. I like the way you played it. I like people who come right away and try to win from the jump. So, it's 50-50. Sometimes, you win the first competition and you go to the end, or you come in the first week and then you're out the next week. So you never know. It's a mixed bag how you're going to play it.
I gave it my all for sure.
Wait, Reilly, who do you miss the most in the house?
Who do I miss the most?
Yes.
I definitely miss Matt the most, for sure. I miss Matt and Jag. Yeah, those are my buddies. Those are my guys. So I can't wait to see them. I'm gonna freaking tackle them on finale night. I can't wait.
Good to see that they started working together. Finally, they woke up. So
they gotta stick together, man. It's so funny that my entire alliance is there except for me.
And you started it.
Right. And you were the mastermind.
Yes.
Huh?
And you were the mastermind.
We came up with it.
You gotta be, you gotta be proud of them. It stings a little bit, but I am proud of them for sure. They gotta keep kicking butt. I told them to kick butt for me, so yeah. It's cool. I feel like that grandma that like roots for them like from afar, you know. But it's cool to see them going far. I hope they work together. I hope Matt and Jack stick together for sure.
Sure. So you didn't make it as far as you had hoped. You made an impact though, but you got out in time for pumpkin spice season. So are you a pumpkin spice person? Are you an apple person? What's your go-to coffee order?
Man, I'm a big pumpkin spice girl. I'm a Starbucks. Well, when it's pumpkin season, I will go to Dunkin'. I'll normally get a large cold brew with a couple pumps of pumpkin in it and oat milk and cinnamon. That's like my go-to. I'm a big cold brew girl. And I'm from Maine, so the cold doesn't bother me. I'll get an iced coffee in like below zero weather. I don't care. So I'm very excited for pumpkin season.
What about you, Joe? You're a huge iced coffee guy.
I prefer apple flavored to pumpkin.
Wow. And I prefer the Red Sox. So.
Boo!
You two are like the.
I like Boston. I like New England though.
New England's great.
Yeah, that's respectful. That's fair. I'll give you that.
Yin and yang right here, Reilly and Joe. That's great stuff. So Reilly, what would you say in either your life or your career or your stuff with reality TV is your I'm right moment? What I mean by that is a time or place where you wanted to pursue something, you asked somebody for advice. Like, Reilly, what are you doing? That's crazy. Don't do that. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And ultimately, you will see why it is that I'm right.
Mm-hmm. My move to Nashville. I think that I come from a place that's very, traditional, and you just kind of stay in one place, and that's where you grow up and that's where you die. Like, I just, I went to college. I got a degree. I ended up right in the corporate world immediately after graduation. And I was there for probably 3 months before I decided, okay, I don't want to rot in a cubicle for the rest of my life. I don't care if I take a 50% pay cut. I want to be on my feet. I want to be smiling and happy and laughing and helping people and, doing something different. I don't want to look back on my life and ever kick myself for not trying something new. So I ended up quitting my corporate job, totally neglecting my major, which everyone has their own path. They can do whatever they want to do. College is awesome. But, I decided that I wanted to do something different. And, I had a lot of people really supportive of that. And I also had some people be like, you're crazy. And I still did it anyways. And I do not regret a single thing. So I think just taking the leap and not being afraid to try something that scares you, I think that's my, I'm right moment. Because now I look back and I am so happy that I did it.
Do you consider yourself a Southern girl now? Or is this a case where you could take the girl out of New England, but you can't take the New England out of the girl?
You can't take the New England out of the girl. I mean, I'm always a New Englander at heart, and it runs through my veins. I can't not love New England. I'm definitely starting to become more Southern. I find myself saying y'all a lot. I don't know. That's like the initial phase. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I do like the South too. I miss the ocean though. I will say I do miss the ocean. Being landlocked is weird for me. I've always had the ocean.
I mean, your college was maritime, right? Maine Maritime.
Oh yeah.
Academy, so you're an ocean girl,
I'm an ocean girl through and through. We had a ship on campus, and we were on a peninsula on the ocean. So yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird to not have it.
And now they go catfishing down there. So
yeah,
little bit different. Reilly, last question from me, Reilly. And a little known fact is that this year in particular, Big Brother on CBS debuted on August 2nd, and that would be your birthday. Woo! So on August 2nd, that would make you a Leo. So I tend to be like the spiritual person, the astrology person between Nick and I. So I always ask this question to our guests at the end. Do you resonate with your zodiac sign at all? Do people come up to you and tell you, oh, you're a Leo or something?
Yeah, so I'm not super, it's funny. So I'm like Nick with my best friend. My best friend, Haley, she's very into like the zodiac stuff, and I don't really know a lot about it. But from what she's told me, I am a true Leo. So whatever Leo entails, she tells me that I definitely embody what a Leo is. So I'm gonna say yes, I hold true to my zodiac sign.
2 qualities of Leo before we let you go. Number 1, they're very regal people, and number 2, they have excellent hair. So
oh,
there you go.
Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Love it. Reilly, again, once again, we thank you for your time. We really, really appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck moving forward. Hopefully we see you on TV again sometime real soon. We'll see you on finale night. And what we do here is give our guests the last word. So if there's anything else you would like to share or promote for yourself, by all means, go ahead. Once again, we thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you guys. It was so nice to meet you. I had so much fun. If anyone wants to follow me online, my Instagram is @Reilly Smedley. My TikTok is Reilly's TikTok. But other than that, I had so much fun with you, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
We'll stay in touch. Looking forward to it. Reilly, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And that's going to do it here for this episode of You Know I'm Right. For a very special guest, the first HOH of season 25 of Big Brother, Reilly Smedley, my co-host, Joe Calabrese. I'm Nick Durst, and this has been You Know I'm Right.